All right. I think I've got this up and running. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I guess you could call this episode one of Living with a Disabled Bunny. I thought I'd maybe just start a video log of just kind of daily life with dealing with a rabbit who's been paralyzed, unfortunately. So I'm just going to get a couple things done here. It is noon, so I do need to give him some medications. We might as well get that done first. Unfortunately, about oops, sorry. All right, so unfortunately, about a month back in at the end of April, right at the beginning of May, unfortunately, Cinnabon came down with a really, really bad ear infection in both ears, and he started having seizures. Unfortunately, it took about a couple days for us to realize it was a ear infection problem. So he did deal with a few days of having really bad seizures, then we finally got his ear infection under control. I think, I hope. He's actually not itching bad anymore, so we think we did. But so we thought he was getting better. He did have some leg weakness because he did kind of strain himself while having a seizure, and he was having trouble walking around. So he was kind of isolated for a good month and a half, and it did seem like things were getting better for him. His seizures were down to probably one or two a day, and then I want to say a good month ago he was down to maybe about one seizure a week or so. Unfortunately, like I said, he was starting to get better. He had weakness in his legs, but he was able to move around. Then about was it 1 week ago, he went down with a really bad seizure, and he started really kicking his legs before I could get to him and hold him steady. So we think what happened was he hurt his back, and and we were hoping that's what his problem with it was is with his legs, which is what right now is why he's so isolated inside of a tiny pen, just in case it is an injury, and then hopefully with time or with a few weeks of healing, he'll get some mobility back into his legs. He does have some. He does have feeling in his legs for sure, and they do move. He just isn't able to stand up onto them, and he isn't able to walk on them at all. So basically, this is our daily routine now. Is he's on two different medications, Metacam for the pain, obviously, and then he's also on gabapentin just to control any seizures, which he's not really having right now, but it is helping with any extra pain he might be having, which we don't think he doesn't seem to be in any pain right now. But it also helps to keep him a bit drowsy, so he's not get trying to walk around on his own and hurt himself even more. So that's kind of the only reason we have him on gabapentin right now, and it's also just it's a precautionary measure just in case he were to have a seizure. All right, so basically what I do in the morning is I already did this once when I came down to fed him, but at 8 o'clock in the morning he gets his first dose of medicine, and that's when I usually feed the bunnies breakfast now. And then because he can't move around on his own, he also gets we change out his bedding at that point too. And then now that it's noon, he's been sitting there for a while since he can't move, and he's going to have been sitting in his own pee for a while. We'll change out his bedding again. And basically, what I do is, see, he's having trouble sitting up. What I like to do is put him onto a puppy pad for a few minutes just to let any extra moisture get soaked up into that. Just because he's on towels, but since that stays wet, it keeps moisture up against his fur all the time. So we'll do that in just a second here. So let me move the camera here. Water. And also, he just Strawberry is I don't know if you can see her, but she's under the couch right now. She's really sad because Cinnabon can't come out and play, but it has been helping. taking bringing Cinnabon out of the cage every now and then, and just letting him sit outside too. Give me a minute so I can grab the rabbit here. Hey, little buddy. Oh, there's a little bunners. Oh. And we'll put him onto his little pad. You can see how he's kind of sitting, how his legs are just completely spread forward, basically so he can stay on his feet. There you go, bud. He's a good boy. All right, I'm just going to leave the camera on him. I'm going to go ahead. Well, I'll show you. This is the problem we're talking about. Is he's always, since he can't move, he's sitting here and it's wet from where he peed, and there's just a bunch of poop piled up there. So that's why we got to change this out at least twice a day. I do it 3 times just to try to keep him a bit cleaner, and so he's not getting urine burns on his skin. Unfortunately, I think he might already have one pressure. Okay, it's gone actually. He was having some trouble with his back because there was so much moisture on his back the other day that his fur was getting terrible. So yesterday we gave him his first bath yesterday, and he actually took to it really well. It was really surprising. I thought he was going to freak out the second he hit the water, but he was very calm about it, and he seemed to enjoy it actually. So the only problem is it takes a really long time to dry him off, and he did not like being held for that part. Hey, buddy. Oops, I'm sure I just a normal cage. Empty cage, I'm sorry. But he's still a happy bun. Still loves to get pets and get attention. The only problem right now is he just can't move around on his own. If we find out, right now it's about 90% sure he's not going to be able to walk again. So what I am looking into, there are carts with wheels that you can get, essentially wheelchairs for rabbits that you can get for them that they can sit on and at least use their front legs to move themselves around. But I don't know if I'm going to even do that yet. Let me get rid of the icky stuff here. And we'll put a new blanket in for him. So today, we'll probably not give him, he should be okay. I'll lift him up in just a minute to check underneath him, to check his butt, but he should be okay today. And then we'll probably be giving him another bath tomorrow. So that'll probably be tomorrow's stream, or either stream or video, to basically just show how we give him a bath. There's Strawberry. But he is able to, the good thing is now, he is able to sit up on his own. The only reason I put a towel here on next to him just to prop him up a little bit is because he doesn't like anything right in front of him. Like if he's got his water dish right in front of him, he'll grab it and throw it out of the way and dump water everywhere. Same with his food bowl. So that's why he's got it on both sides of him. But sometimes when he reaches over to one side, he'll just fall over, and he's able to roll back up onto his feet again when he does do that. But it takes some effort, and so. Just so he doesn't strain himself, I just try to keep him on his feet. So we can move the cage out of the way because we're not going to need that until later today. Oh, see, he wants to go see. He still wants to go see Strawberry all the time, and he loved the blanket that is under the couch. You might be able to see, where Strawberry is. That used to be his favorite place to sit all day long, so he still does want to sometimes go under there. I put him underneath there yesterday to sit with Strawberry for a few hours, and he seemed to enjoy it, so I'll probably do that again today later on. But I do like to get him off. I decided that it's probably best to at least get him out of the cage for at least a couple hours a day, just because when he's inside the cage, he's always sitting in the corner here, so he's always kind of just in wetness essentially. So, and there's not a lot of airflow in this thing because of the giant towel we have in here. So I figure if we give him some time outside of the cage. It'll give him some time to dry off some of his fur too. So hopefully he won't get any horrible infections. Let's do a butt check on you, buddy. There. Hey, bud. Hi. Hello. What you doing? Was a good boy. Yeah. All right, come here, bud. I need you to turn around for a minute. I know it's not fair. Okay, so he does have a little bit of poops on him, so we'll clean him up. It's okay, bud. It's okay. It's okay, bud. Oh, you don't want to be held right now, bud? Huh? Just daggers. All right. He's definitely not happy right now. We'll just let all the poops fall on daggers for a minute. That's okay. And you can pee on daggers too. That's okay. All right, buddy. All right, there we go. There you go, buddy. There, and then he can kind of help clean himself off. I just want to knock off the big poops that are stuck to his fur, and then he'll clean himself up a little bit himself too. He can clean most of himself. It's just he can't get all the way back to his way back to his butt. So that's why he definitely is going to need baths. Yeah. All right, let me grab a towel here. See, he's able to move his feet. And he does still have feeling in his feet because when you touch his toes, you'll spread them apart. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, just ear scratchies. He's a good boy. All right. So, I mean, while it is sad that he can't move around anymore, he does still seem to be happy, at least, when he gets attention. But there you go, bud. See? And right now, I figure I'll keep taking care of him like this as long as he's not showing that he's in a bunch of pain nonstop, or showing that he's that his quality of life has just gone down. If that does happen, then we'll have to make the hard decision to put him down. But for right now, he's just kind of a special needs bunny. He's still basically the same as he always was, just a little more floppy. There you go, buddy. He wants to be in this way. There we go. There you go, bud. Oh, I know. Want some water? There we go. And there's the mess. Oh, no. Hang on. I know, buddy. I'll put you in your spot in just a minute. I think I'm pretty sure I know where he wants to go, where he was yesterday. So I'll put him over there in just a minute, so he can sit out here for a little bit. Let me grab a second towel. This way, should be able to sit over by Strawberry for a little while. Give me 1 second, bud. Never mind. We'll use this one again. There you go. Here's our blender. He's definitely getting more used to being picked up and handled, but he still definitely does not enjoy it. All right. So basically, I'll let him sit out here for a little while, and just hang out here so Strawberry can come say hi to him when she wants to. Wander over by him so we can get to it. That's pretty far away. We'll put it on this side today, Bunny. So please don't dump that. This. And let me grab you some hay binders. Give me a minute. Some hay. You can eat that when you want it. And then, what else should we give you? Grab the food dish. Probably don't need this huge dish anymore since they're not really eating together as much. But, the sad thing is Strawberry has been really depressed. And for the last probably 4 or 5 days, ever since the last time we had to go, last Friday when we had to go, the last time we went to the vet, when this all started happening with Cinnabon. All right, I'm getting an alarm going off. 1 second. Nothing important. Okay. But so for a good day she stopped eating, which was getting really concerning. And then so basically what I did was I put him out here and then filled their food dish like normal, when they normally used to share, so she could at least just sit next to him while she was eating, even though Cinnabon didn't really want to eat out of the giant dish anymore. I'm gonna go grab them some food, some lunch. Which Cinnamon probably won't want to eat, but Strawberry will come out and grab some food. There you go, boy. And then, of course, they love their oats. I'll give us some oats on top. Cinnamon might have some on his own. There you go, buddy. So, I mean, he's still definitely a hungry monster, so that's definitely a good sign. And he is still pooping, so. And he is able to use his front paws to grab things and move him closer to him, so he does have some mobility still, which is good. And Strawberry's probably just gonna hang out underneath the couch for a while. Inside, actually, I think I heard her jump inside the couch, so she'll be in there for a while. I think it's actually the camera that scares her. There's got to be some kind of infrared light coming from the actual camera itself, because every time it turns on, she just gets frightened and runs away from it. So I'm guessing there's an infrared light inside the camera that they're seeing that obviously I'm not. So that doesn't seem to bother Cinnabon. But he's kind of used to having cameras shoved in his face. Good boy. Hi, such a good boy. So let's see, what was I saying? All right, so basically what we'll do is we'll let him sit out here for a couple hours just to hang out. He's comfortable sitting there. When I see him trying to roll himself back over to his cage, and that's usually then I pretty much let him tell me when he wants to go back into his house. And then later tonight so he has his medication now at noon, so he'll get another. Oh man, I did that early actually, but that's okay. But he'll get his next gabapentin at midnight. I completely screwed that up, so I gave it to him early. So, but he should be okay. Yeah, he'll get another second pain medication at midnight also, and then I will change out his bedding one more time before the overnight, so he's got a clean spot to sit in all night long, and then we'll start it all over in the morning. And then tomorrow, he is definitely going to need to get a butt bath. So instead of holding him and towel drying him, I'm probably gonna run up to Target and grab a small hair dryer just so we can blow dry him a little bit faster than this time and keep him a little more comfortable. Hey, bud, who's a good boy? Kisses, oh, kissy monster. And then we'll probably also clean his ears tomorrow too, since he can't use his hind legs to scratch his ears anymore. You can tell they're getting pretty itchy again. Just when you itch, he'll lean into it, and you can see his well, you probably can't see on the camera, but when you're sitting close to him, you can see him trying to lift up his leg to try and start itching along with you, but unfortunately, it just doesn't have the strength to do it. So we do kind of have to give him ear itches every day. And then we'll have to use ear cleaning solution just to keep him clean, since he can't do it himself anymore. I know, buddy. I know. It's an itchy spot, huh, bud? Is that an itchy spot? I know. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for today. So yeah, thanks for coming by. Tomorrow, probably do something. Probably won't be too long. It'll probably just be hanging out while we give him a bath and do an ear cleaning tomorrow. And then I do think that we'll probably do a vet visit early next week. While we pretty much do think it is a back injury that's causing us problems, there is one more thing I kind of wanted to check, because he had such a bad ear infection. I just want to have him do a blood test to make sure we did clear that entire bacterial infection up, because just doing some of my own research as well on rabbit paralysis and whatnot. I learned that bacterial infection can also be a cause of leg paralysis too. So and that would be actually treatable. It might not be 100% treatable, where he would be 100% mobile again, but he would probably get some mobility back if that's the case. So I do want to get a blood test done to make sure it's not a bacterial infection. And if it is, we can get him back on the antibiotics. But unfortunately, the vet is still dealing with a backlog from the people that couldn't get in during the pandemic. So it is very difficult to get any kind of non-emergency visit at the vet right now. And unfortunately, the one I go to is really the only exotic vet that's around me within a good hour's drive or so. So it's too bad that there aren't more vets that can take care of rabbits. Because the sad thing is, I literally at the end of the block, there's a pet hospital, and then at the other end of the block and down the road just a little bit, there's another animal clinic over there, but none of them will work with rabbits. So that would have been very convenient. What you doing, bud? Did you step in something? All right. All right. Well, once again, thanks a lot for hanging out. Like, subscribe, share. We'll be back probably tomorrow to do the bath thing, and then yeah, I might run the bunny cam later on today while I'm playing games over on Twitch, but we'll see. Anyway, have a good day, everyone, and take care.